Welcome everybody to the next episode of Stranger Damies here. This is episode 91. Bowing towards that episode 100, guys. I hope you're ready for the TPK that happens in that episode. So you have nine more episodes.
We can't be stopped.
So to recap, you guys have been slowly but surely making your way through the town of Stillbend. You've been taking out governors and leading Marxist revolutions and watching people get hung after being turned into frogs. It's been a mess, people.
Was he hanged as a frog?
No.
Okay.
No, because he lost all.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been kind of cute.
So
It
you
would've been very
guys have
sad.
taken out 2 of the 3 governors so far. You got Ricky, the Dragonborn. You took out Terry. So 2 of the 3 sections of Stillbend have been liberated. You are headed towards the 3rd, which is the Valle de la Muerte. And
Spicy.
and-
I think I know who we're gonna.
and we are picking up right at the end. Not much to get into. It's been at least 10, 11 episodes with this. So that's basically a nice short recap. So as you watch a 6'8", 280-pound man with 24-inch pythons get hung from a tree by the denizens of Ollie Bay. You guys were standing outside the Pastamania and just gathering your thoughts, and we ended with the Dragonborn, Blue Dragonborn, older female woman clutching Tiresias' face and saying, "Son." So we'll start off there. So the Dragonborn grabs his face and goes, "Son, is that really you? Is that real?"
Is it son?
What
Is it son?
is what, son?
I don't know. Is it?
What are you talking about?
Is it you? Are you? You know this lady?
She's very familiar.
Like, familiar like a mom?
Right.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You're a lady. We would know these kind of things. Are they son and mother?
Why would I know that?
Because
I mean, they look the same.
Your
but that's
maternal
kind of-
instinct should kick in
That's
here.
racist.
Exactly.
Well,
She
she's
seems
blue.
to
He's
think-
blue. I've never seen 2 blue dragons in the same spot.
That's true.
Right?
You don't recognize her, Tiresias? Maybe a little?
Yeah, a little. It's been a few years since I've seen another Dragonborn my color.
Wait, what's your name, lady?
If you want to roll an intelligence save while I answer.
Great.
My name is Zasha.
Sasha.
Zhasash. Sasha, which is the...
So, Zasha, I think you might have suffered a blow on the head, because I don't think he has any family.
It's 20, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's your mom.
Yeah. Thanks.
Spoiler.
You know that.
Thanks.
It comes back to you. Wow. You haven't seen her in decades. You know.
Decades.
So, well, I guess you're in your 20s, so a decade.
A decade.
Yeah. So he leans over and she's like, I am Tiresias' mother here.
Inside check.
Well,
Even though you just said it.
Nope.
3.
3. She's telling the truth. As you know, a Dragonborn never lies.
This is incredible. Well, are we going to learn something about you?
We may. We may.
And
Lady,
Even with that answer. Cryptic.
lady,
Maybe.
you have to tell us everything about. He tells us nothing.
And she's like, I will explain everything. I just need to take a rest. And as she says that, Futura comes over and says, first off, congratulations. Went a little differently than I thought. Looks over at Pizza Tacos. But got the job done. We're just clearing out, the last of, the followers of Terry here. Getting them out of here. We have a turtle that seems to be very energetic about his job of doing that. So he's leading those patrols out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple of them take the Dragonborn back, and she looks over at Latari and goes, "You need to go take a rest." And the other Genasis go, "We can look after her if we want." So are you playing her, or
I can. I just have to open it up.
it's up to you?
I mean, all you have to say is yes, and then she'll be gone.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I'll.
Maybe
She'll-
it's best if she, takes it easy
Yeah.
for.
I almost
3 or
killed
4
her
hours.
last time. So.
And Waltz leans in and goes, "Yeah, I think we should regroup to the Genasis." And Latari says, "Yes, we're pretty close to where the Arashari are, so maybe we can double back and get some help from the Voice of the Tempest."
The what?
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 The voice of the
The
Tempest.
Voice of the Tempest.
Who? What?
Would any of us know who that is?
You two roll history checks.
I'm gonna say no because I said what?
What?
History.
Ooh.
20.
20.
21.
Okay.
Nice.
First history check I ever
So
rolled well.
you know that the Voice of the Tempest is the leader of the Ashari Druids. There's 4 kinds. There's air, earth, water, and fire. She is basically
Wind?
the leader.
Yeah.
She's basically the leader of all 4 of those. And she is an Arashari, so she's based in Zepra, which is right up the mountain from Stillbend here. Zakara, you know that her name is Keyleth. And she is very famous amongst the Druid tribes. Hero of Vox Machina, and destroyer of the recently become god Vecna. Very, very legendary. You're immediately excited when you hear Voice of the Tempest. Pizza Tacos, you're one of those where you're star's a star. You don't really care.
Yeah, she sounds like she's retired if they're asking us to on this mission, but whatever.
She is fantastic. You guys don't even know.
Yeah. Take
Never
her
heard
all
of her.
easy, I guess.
She's
Who is she?
the voice of the Tempest.
Oh,
Keyleth?
that I
That
don't
doesn't
know.
help you
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be able to help us.
Can
you
I
wanna
just-
meet your idols? I gotta be honest with you.
Can I just go around saying I'm the voice of something?
No.
Like I'm the voice of.
The voiceless.
Yeah.
The voice of the voiceless?
Yeah, I speak for those who cannot. Can I say that?
Would they want you to?
Sure. If anyone I don't even know what I don't know what a tempest is.
When you
so.
defeat a god, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Didn't we do that? We defeated something close to a
I
god,
don't
right?
think so.
No.
Terry wasn't a god.
No.
Oh, okay.
A dragon isn't a god either. So.
Well, okay. I'll take your word for it. You would know.
Not really.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't even know what this conversation was about. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, so the Genasis gather Latari's things together, and they head off towards Zepra to speak with the Voice of the Tempest and see if she can be in any help to you guys as you head on towards Annie's fortress here. So they head off. Futura goes, if you guys want, I was about to head up to check out Terry's office. I know there's a view of Annie's stronghold.
Didn't we blow
Up
it up?
Yeah, I think the his 3rd floor and the 2nd floor is a little mixed at this point.
Yeah.
You see,
So-
we blew it up.
Yeah,
Sort of.
yeah. There's still a good balcony up there.
Okay.
That you guys can. I don't know how much stuff is left in there, but
Blown to shit.
I'll take a walk with you.
it is, yeah.
Careful.
So you guys climb up the rubble.
Careful.
To there. He's like,
Don't do
and if
anything
anybody
stupid.
wants to,
No,
and
no.
she points over to the body. If you guys want to go check that out, before we go up or after,
the
feel
hang,
free.
the hanged body.
God.
Yeah, we're not above that.
I'll let you guys take care
Yeah.
of
I'm good
I'll
over
take
here.
a trip with you.
Yeah.
It's all you
I'll
pizza
take out the
tacos.
body.
So whoever's going to the body, roll an investigation check.
14.
14. All right. So you immediately go to his coin purse, and you find that is empty because the citizens of Stillben have already looted the money
Well,
parts.
Well, they're getting paid. Yeah,
it's
back
to
pay.
them.
But you, with that roll, basically find all of his weapons. The great axe that he was carrying, which is still in his hand, kind of obvious to see.
They hung him with the axe.
He's all like,
He's got
question.
Yes,
Is a great axe two-handed or one-handed?
It's 2, right?
I believe it's 2.
Okay.
Yeah. The arrow catching shield you have.
Say that again.
It's an arrow catching shield.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for those that use, bows and longbows and stuff. It's something you've come across in fighting. So that's a good thing that he investigated it, because he would know immediately what it was. You find a couple bracers on his arms. You don't know what kind they are, but they are obviously there. He has plate armor on, if you want to take that. And he has 2 hand axes and 5 javelins on his back.
He's packing.
Yeah.
they hung him with all of that. The tree's like, "Arr."
It's a strong tree.
Yeah. They grow them sturdy here in Still Bend.
Yeah, so that's what you find there. And I'm guessing the 3 of you are going up to the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Yeah.
So as you climb up, basically the 2nd floor does not exist anymore. 3rd floor, kind of still intact, but sitting on top of the 1st floor. So
Question
not
for
as...
you.
What's that?
Would Terry have kind of like a locker where he maybe stores stuff from the town? Just anything interesting?
Well, we'll find out when we
Okay.
go up to the office there. So you go up, and 3rd floor, like I said, outside of things being shifted around and kind of is mostly untouched. The fire didn't get up that high from the basement. And the balcony is sort of on a tilt facing up, so you can kind of still get the same view as the 3rd, but not as good as you would have if you wouldn't have blown up the building. So as you go up there, you see the entire floor is basically painted red and yellow. And there are there are feather boas in the corner. There's lots,
They made it.
there's a couple bandanas.
Spray paint.
There's a curious set of black and white stuff that you can't really understand. There's some spray paint cans. No, those don't exist in this world. Just playing along with the joke.
Too sweet.
So you get up there, and you guys want to take a look around the room before heading to the balcony?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any.
2 of you can roll perception, 1 can roll investigation.
I'll roll
make
perception.
I'll roll investigation.
2 can roll perception, you said?
Yep.
All right, I'll roll perception.
15 plus 8.
Okay.
-1.
Minus 1, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
I
any
rolled
matters,
18.
but-
18 perception.
9 perception.
Okay. So you, with that investigation roll, I really had the perception rolls so they could point out things for you.
Ooh.
But
Your
you rolled
backups.
high enough that you found basically everything. So you find a little bit of like a foot locker there, but just seems to be filled with clothes. Not much in terms of storage. He just seemed to be the only thing that you find that's out of the ordinary is you find a little pouch that has some dust that looks like rock. Like
Oh, I thought it was going to be cocaine.
no.
I mean,
Um,
it could be.
And the only thing you can tell from it without inspecting it is that it kind of looks like the same dust as the white stone that has been mined coming into town here. So you don't know what he was using it for, but it's just a pouch of white stone dust. So you can mark that you have about a pound of white stone
And
dust.
I'll put that in the bag
Or
of holding.
stone dust, you could say. You haven't identified it yet.
Yeah, bag of holding. Right
Yeah,
up
the
in
rest
there.
of it you find, about 1,000 gold pieces scattered through the room.
Take those.
But not much else. Like I said, he seemed to, anything that he had in storage was in the basement, or you would think he'd have to give as a gift to Annie. So,
Okay.
and then the rest of the room, you just spot, basically you get all the evidence against him that you would have needed to, show that he was working with Annie, and the plans that basically everything about. Here, she didn't inform them of anything out of the ordinary for you guys. The only thing is that she made up like this deed for the section of town that he owned, that set up the perimeter and, where
His jurisdiction.
yeah, his jurisdiction was compared to the other two.
Cool.
So you head out to the balcony, and when you get out there, I'll have Zakar roll perception for me out there.
I wave from the body. Hey guys,
Hi.
Find anything good?
Oh shit.
some weapons.
15.
All right. So with that roll, you can see you have a clear shot of like the highest balcony of Annie's stronghold across the way in Alwaysfield, and you see very obvious. The thing catches your eye is you see a giant red dragon sitting on the balcony. You see Annie, which you recognize. You notice she's a little bit further away.
Eagle eyes. Like Legolas.
Okay.
You can't make it out, but those two are pretty obvious because they're pretty prominent. You see someone, like a female, like back in a corner somewhere.
Wow.
So you don't know.
Closer,
Yeah, without getting any closer, you can't discern who it is. And then you see,
It's a nice clear day out.
yeah, and then
Visibility's a few miles.
One of those things you look through.
and
Someone
then
give me-
you-
Put it in copper piece.
Someone give me a copper.
And then you see what looks like a blue dragonborn that you've never seen before walking on
Jesus.
there.
Well,
Blue dragon? Okay.
I see Astaroth and Annie. And then I see a woman and a blue dragonborn.
Maybe it's his mom.
His mom is with us,
Oh, that's right.
I think.
Well, maybe he
He
has.
left her in the street.
he could have-
Maybe
He could have two moms.
He could
You
have
don't know
two
how
moms.
dragons work.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah. They're weird.
Yeah,
The good news is we're not that far.
yeah. Rutur says, yeah, you're about half a mile out, so you can kind of
Question.
spot.
That makes sense.
Question: if we're not that far, I'm assuming, I'm not the smartest guy, but wouldn't they have heard the explosions? And
I would assume they've
Well,
heard
he-
everything you guys have done in this
Astaroth's
town.
right there.
right, if he's not very far,
Right.
he probably heard it. So we have to get into dragon killing mode soon.
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't. And I wink at like everyone, but like super obvious. Wink. I think I even say wink.
Futura goes, she's like, isn't there some way that we could, get a little closer and maybe hear in without them hearing us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can scry with him again.
That's a good idea.
Okay. I'll do that. Just keep a watch, you guys, just in case.
Well, he's right there, so
No, I
if
mean,
we see him
like,
coming, we'll let you know.
On my back, like behind me.
Oh, all
You
right.
never know.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Zakar is gonna scry with.
Yeah, so you
Astaroth.
set up the scrying spell there. You draw your, circle and
I have his
all
little
your
scale.
symbols, and you have your little thing in your hand as you're, praying over it to set it up. What's the save for it?
100.
So it's a wisdom save of 15, but if I know him well, it's -5, and then if I have a body part, it's -10, so it's a 0.
Because you have his scales, right?
Yeah, so he rolled low anyway, even if there was a way for him to notice that you were scrying. So you scry in, you go, your eyes turn black, and you zoom in to the area. You sort of, real quick zoom. You're not used to doing it this close. And the first thing you see Annie is walking, like basically pacing back and forth, and she's like going, "Those son of a bitches! That's, I want to kill them! That's, fuck!" And she's just huffing and puffing.
Apparently she's upset.
Oh man,
I'm not here.
I noticed.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have
I
to.
think I'm the only one that's seeing this right now, right?
Yeah.
Got the,
Yeah.
You're the only one hearing it.
Okay.
So, fuck. All right, we're gonna have to beef up security to the entrance to here, because fuck, they're a lot stronger than I thought they'd be, and a lot more determined. I thought at least one of them would have given up at this point.
Oh Oh, my son of a bitch.
And then you see the blue Dragonborn. Roll intelligence.
It's good. It's good.
Ooh.
It's good.
Hold on.
It's a good one.
18.
So the blue Dragonborn walks up, almost looks identical to Tiresias.
It's Tiresias.
And he walks up and he begins saying to Annie, I'm not even going to try and do a voice.
Oh, come on. I've been doing a voice this whole freaking time, and I'm going to try one.
All right, I'm going to try to go
Do it.
real low.
There you go.
There it
He
is.
goes, I thought you had this under control. What are you doing? This is a mess. Remember the promise you made that you would give us the head of Tituvius. We want his head.
Maybe we do too.
The Lord of the Hells will be upset if he does not get this situation under control. Get rid of this vermin. We already got Baal the snitch, so we just need to get the other one and we should be back to normal. And then you can do whatever you wish with whatever that thing is that lives on the first level. And then he breathes smoke in her face. And he
Or electricity.
Astrat, maybe.
Oh.
He knows what he's doing.
So Astaroth leans
Could be
down at this
electrical
point,
smoke.
and growls in Tiresias's face, and he just does this, and Astaroth sort of waves his hand, and Astaroth goes back up to a sitting position and stares out. And he goes, and you have to learn how to keep this one under control. And he storms off out of there. And you hear a snap of the fingers and then a flash of light, and he's, gone. And then Annie, still huffing and puffing, just walks over. Roll intelligence again.
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh.
22.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
as Astaroth's head turns with Annie, as it's been following her the whole time, you now notice that other female you have is Tribeca, and she is currently right now tied to a pole up on the balcony there. And he walks over, and she walks over to Tribeca and just going, I'm going to bring him here, and I'm going to rip his head off right in front of you.
Nice.
This is all your fault that we're in here. He's going to die, and he's going to die in front of you. And then at that point, zoop, your spell ends, and you come back.
Wow.
What'd you see?
I think we need to regroup with pizza tacos, and then we can talk about it.
I want to know now.
Too bad.
Oh.
After tour goes,
No.
let's head back to HQ. Everybody will be there, and we can fill in everybody that needs to know things.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you guys meet up with pizza tacos. Do you...
Hey guys, what's up? I was swinging Terry's ball
Oh my god.
like a tether ball.
Yeah, so,
Hitting it with the axe.
so before you guys
Good
get
make.
to the headquarters,
Did you find anything good?
I got these axes. I got an axe, an arrow shield,
That's good.
some bracers. I don't know what these do. And
What
then
are
a
they
whole bunch
made
other
out of?
stuff. I don't know. I don't know what they do. Do I know?
they're metal bracers.
Yeah.
We go.
Metal?
No
Some
thanks.
sort of metal.
Do you, maybe at HQ we can kind of sit down and
Sure.
Yeah, we need to talk.
identify. I got some money.
Nice.
I can identify that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't count it though, can you?
It's a lot of money.
Was it money that Terry took from the people?
No.
Alright.
I think it
Inside
was.
check.
Well, we can't,
We can't prove that.
I can't prove that he did take it. He might have gotten it from.
Well, maybe Futura will have a use for it.
Mhm.
Maybe
Like
they
rebuilding
could-
the city.
Yeah, exactly. Give it back to infrastructure.
Well, listen, this was like your idea to like lead the charge. Yeah, go people and all that. That's not like my thing.
Alright. Well, I'm not going to force you to.
Okay, good.
And I just sleight of hand. I take it.
Do you really want to do it?
I don't even know where it is on
It's
me.
in the bag
so-
of holding.
It's in the bag.
Oh, it's in the bag. You can't take it.
He can.
Wow.
He has to think about it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but he has to get the bag.
He probably could
I
still.
just let it hand the bag of holding. So no, it's fine.
All right, let's go back
bag of holding.
and we'll fill you in on what we just found
Almost
out.
prized possession.
Like that's. I lost
That's
my
not
magic
even like a
carpet,
lie.
okay?
That is like my favorite thing that I have. The bag of holding.
Because it has all of the things.
But it's just so cool.
So you guys head back towards HQ, and Futura opens the door, walks in, and as soon as Zakar and Pizza Tacos walks in, the goblin goes, or not goblin, the
Oh jeez.
gnome.
I was gonna say that's a problem.
God.
Goblin swings and kills him.
The bugbear.
The gnome
bugbear.
goes down on one knee as you guys walk past and bows his head. You guys.
Oh.
To all of us?
Not
No, to them
you.
too.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, because he knows you too.
And you guys walk on by and you go back into the war room, conference room sort of table there. And sit down. It's the four of you, Futura, and another one of her generals is there.
Have we seen this general?
Yeah, you saw him in the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Gotcha.
been around.
Gotcha.
So I scried with Astaroth,
Okay.
so
what
not
does
that
mean?
far. Remember that time when I was sitting next to you, my eyes went black, and I
Okay,
was like
yeah.
next to him, and
All right. You lied.
yeah.
It's made up. No.
I
I'm
totally-
Just kidding. I'm fucking with you. What's up?
So I saw across the way onto, I guess, Annie's balcony where she is, and she was there. Astaroth was there. There was a blue dragonborn who looked pretty much identical to Tiresias.
Male
plot.
or female?
Plot
Male.
thickens.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he was super angry. I mean, Annie was super angry. We really pissed her off.
Well, we know
Can I insight
we've
check
had this
Tiresias?
conversation. We've had this conversation previous. We know that his mom left with him when he was a baby because his dad was part of the cult of the dragon.
Do you
That's
want me to
correct.
say the? You're not correct, but
Okay. Would we know?
Yeah,
Do we know?
you only know, the only part you know is that he killed, or thought he killed, the leader of the cult of the dragon that he was
Right.
in,
Well, we
along
did-
with two
right.
other people,
And he came back.
and then you guys fought him, and the mother had saved him and allowed Tiresias to leave.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay. But we do know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do know that much.
So this shouldn't actually be a surprise.
Well, I mean, we don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
But we can assume he looks just like this guy.
Right. So it could be.
My educated guess of how genetics work. I'm not a doctor, but I could figure it out.
Do doctors work?
Probably.
So this could be your father.
It could be. I couldn't see him the way you
Right.
could.
Well,
I rolled
anyway.
a 2 on my insight check,
It wouldn't
by
be
the
out of
way.
character for him.
No.
Right.
Okay. Well, Annie was really upset, super angry, really mad at us, which is awesome.
Yep.
He was really mad at her because apparently she promised him the Mirror Man's head.
Mm.
They want to bring it to the Lord of the Hells, and they already killed Baal. So there's a
Okay.
lot of like cross-promising going on.
Ball was, okay.
Yeah, who's Ball? Do we know Ball? We know.
He's a
He's the one Tituvius works for.
So
Okay.
he's his Tituvius' boss.
So we haven't met Ball though.
No, good
Okay.
thing we have not.
Oh, he's
You guys have
powerful.
not been to the hills.
Okay.
Well, some of you have.
Some of us have, actually.
So that's happening. He controlled Astaroth. Like he got in
Who-
Annie's face, and the Dragonborn kind of waved his hand, and Astaroth like backed off.
Tiresias 2.0.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was
Actually,
interesting.
he might be Tiresias
That's
2.0.
true.
He's
So this
probably
is 1.0.
Ooh. This is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am right now.
And then there was one more thing.
Okay.
I saw Tribeca.
How's she doing? She's still looking hot?
She's looking really hot, but she's tied to a pole.
Which is even hotter.
She's wearing a metal bikini.
Yep.
Right.
Wait,
That's-
is that true?
No.
You can make it
And
true.
up here it is.
Annie's,
Really, that's all that matters.
Annie's planning on bringing you in front of Tribeca and literally tearing your head off in front of her.
So let's not do
So-
that.
Yeah. Okay.
But she's okay for right now.
Okay.
So there's that. And it looks like there's a way to control Astaroth. So there's also that.
Tiresias knows. That Tiresias
So
knows.
maybe you can do that too.
Maybe we'll have to speak to some people and find out if that's a possibility.
Do you
There's
have
the-
some like hidden powers that you're not telling us?
Oh, I don't know. They'd be hidden to me too.
I think he's holding out on us.
Okay.
You're
So, yeah.
a riddle wrapped in an enigma.
Covered in
Man,
Play-Doh.
How long did
Seems
it
like that.
take you to come up with that?
Just now, actually.
Nosebleed again.
Are you feeling okay?
I feel great.
So,
Feeling good.
so we're all agreed. Me getting my head ripped off, not ideal.
Not a great thing.
Not by someone
No.
other than us.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we all gotta go sometime. But
Right.
I prefer
Um,
that to not happen.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Plus, we don't want it to happen in front of your girl because that's like super embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, oh,
embarrassing.
oh yeah. Then it's like,
guess.
oh, look who she chose. This guy who gets his head ripped off. Women don't
guy
like
with a
that.
weak neck.
Yeah. Right.
Not great.
Women don't like that in men.
Yeah.
Unless, maybe you do, but you're weird.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's one of those high elves.
Yeah, elves
she
like
might
that
not
stuff.
like men anyway.
It's true.
It's true.
She does hang out with the Lady Genasi all the time.
It's true.
Insight check.
For what? You didn't ask me anything.
Do you like guys or girls? Who do you like?
Oh my god.
Answer right now.
I like my friends.
That's a very vague answer. I'm not gonna.
Why
gonna
does
do
this
that.
matter right now?
You're right. It doesn't. I'm sorry. We're getting off track.
Listen, they also
As
mentioned
usual.
the Dragonborn that looks like Tiresias mentions that there's also something on the first floor of Annie's hideout that she can do whatever she wants with. He said that thing. So there could be something else that we have to deal with. It could be a dragon. It could be
Like a gimp or something.
Oh, what's a gimp?
No, it's like I don't know.
I don't know why I'm talking to you.
No?
I know in real life. I don't want to. I don't want to get into.
Now gimps are canon.
So,
into
Tiresias and
semantics.
Pizza Tacos roll intelligence.
For what a gimp is.
We'll give this-
I wanna
yeah.
know.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
10.
That is a 17.
Ooh.
Actually, 18. Because I have a plus 1.
There we go.
Keeps in character that Dragonborn never forgets. Thanks.
That's right.
You remember, and I'll correct one part of your notes in a second, Jen. But you remember
Did a
the
good job.
thing that would possibly be in any stronghold was a thing called the Dragonhorn, which is the thing that summons Tiamat,
Mm.
or starts the summoning of Tiamat. So
So
she
we
probably
still-
does have something in there, and
Wait, so there's a horn and a flute
Yeah, we
yeah,
have.
they were made
at the same time?
as
Okay.
opposites.
We have the Zhuzhurkin.
Yeah,
Right.
which is for the good dragons.
Right.
And the one correction is that he said this is probably my voice thing. Sorry. The thing on the first level of hell.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, not their stronghold.
Maybe hell's on the first floor too.
So, but either way, what you said is true. There may be something on their first floor.
First level of hell.
Oh, okay.
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
scary.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
And with his intelligence roll, he remembers that that's where Tiamat lives in her current state.
How? Okay, so she's in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'd have to summon her to this world.
Which we don't want.
We don't want.
Tiamat's a bad thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No good.
So what do you think the thing is that he's referring to?
I have no idea. It could be a number of things. Especially if he's dealing with hellish creatures, it could be anything.
Well, the main thing is we don't let this happen.
No shit.
Yeah, we're not going to allow whatever's in the first level of anything.
Well-
no matter what level.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like the levels probably get worse.
Well,
better.
Well, no, right? Because if
Worse.
Tiamat's in the first, that's probably the worst.
No.
No.
No?
No.
I wouldn't know.
So there's worse things than Tiamat.
That's pretty fucking wild. That's
Yeah.
like a 50-headed dragon.
Yeah,
No.
every level is just a dragon with a slightly,
Another
slightly
head.
more heads.
We'll let that be canon. That's what Greg thinks.
In my mind, it's canon.
Each level cell has a dragon with more heads.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Sure is.
A dragon with one head's bad enough. Alright, well,
And
we're gonna get to Annie before any of this happens regardless, so
I hope so.
yeah, we're like
Kind of
we're
dicking around. I mean,
we're hop skipping a jump away.
Yeah.
Really.
I think we need to be careful though, because if
wait,
we want to get
how
closer,
How close was she?
she's like a half. Does
Mile.
miles exist? Half mile.
Kilometer.
She was close enough for me to see straight across.
Oh,
The
did
way.
you flip her off?
No, I didn't want her to see me.
Yeah, did she see us?
She didn't see us.
I
Did she see
saw the smoke from.
Yeah.
Well, she
Custom.
Well, like the balcony was on an angle and it was kind of rubbly, so.
Do you think Annie liked Pasta Mania? That's why she's so angry? Like her favorite restaurant's just been
Oh.
put out
She
of
was
business?
cursing a lot.
Yeah.
She called us a lot of things.
She probably misses Pasta Mania.
I don't think anyone's gonna miss Pasta Mania.
Because there's an Olive Garden right at the
Mark-
Olive Garden.
It's like a literal Olive Garden.
Alright.
It's a garden of
As long as they still have breadsticks.
So,
Right there, unlimited rolls.
Futura goes, she's like, well,
It's not 95.
I'm going to assume that heading straight in to Always Field is not going to be very easy, nor would I recommend it. If we go through, as we had mentioned before, and you guys meet up with Garamond in the Valley de la Muerte, there is a tunnel underneath the lighthouse that leads into the stronghold area.
Are there any other generals that we'd have to worry about?
Yeah, there's one more there. He basically stays up in the lighthouse at all times. So you'd have to basically go find him. And rumor has it that the door leading to the tunnel is magically sealed by him. So it's not one of those where we don't think you can sneak past him to get through the gate. So now if you can figure out if it's just an item that is causing it and you break that, or maybe you have to kill him. But, you know,
Maybe-
Garamond would have a lot more information about the governor.
Can we just
than
blow up
we
the
have.
lighthouse? It seems to be
I
working
feel like
so
we
far.
should stop blowing things up, unless you want Astaroth on us.
Yeah.
We should
Not yet.
probably be a little more discreet
Yeah.
this time.
I'm with you. Discretion is huge
Well, we'll
now.
see. We'll see what happens if we come across like another people that have been
Oppressed.
oppressed.
There we go.
Now that's a good question.
I feel like
though.
the closer we get, the less people are going to be willing to.
Can
you
we
know.
count on the people of Ali Bay to maybe assist us in maybe causing another distraction, or do we want to just play this?
Hold on. Out of game. Where is Annie and Teddy and all of them?
Strawberry. And Ted.
It's Strawberry, not Annie.
I'm sorry.
They're all on their
Strawberry.
way. You guys have basically, this has been like a day and a half. You've been doing this.
Okay.
Right,
You
we
caused
sent
a
out the
Marxist
call.
revolution in
Yeah,
about
that's pretty good.
12
hours.
hours.
Take that, Lenin.
So they're still on their way.
They're on their way.
Okay.
He's rolling in his grave right now.
Yep. The only sign of anything you've
display.
seen,
On his
just to remind you,
Red square.
is the
This
you heard
capitalism.
reports of an airship coming this way,
Okay.
which you know is how the Platinum Sanctuary would be coming.
Okay.
We know where
So-
they are, though. They're
Yeah.
just hanging out. On the
Yeah,
outside.
that's the only like evidence that you've heard of any of your allies being nearby.
Okay.
But also, Terry and all them are coming completely across the continent from Amman, so it'll take them a little bit to get here.
Okay.
Teddy.
Teddy. Yeah.
Teddy.
Yeah,
Terry.
Terry.
Oh,
yeah.
is it Terry?
There's too many people.
Yeah, too many. I should have really looked at the names. So,
So yeah, the people of Ali Bay, are they? Well, we got them fired up now. Are they just going to stay in this section, or
for
can we?
right now, I think we're going to clean up a little bit here. But if you guys need us when you decide to storm the castle per se,
Okay.
it's not a castle.
Well, no,
You can
storm
just
the beaches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can let us know,
Okay.
and we'll form some kind of distraction. Maybe take out some of the patrols.
Okay.
that are in there. I'm sure the people in Jerkson will be able to help as well.
Right. Yeah, we've liberated quite a few people. So
Yeah, and if anybody is still alive in the valley, maybe they will help once you liberate that. But we haven't had any contact with anybody outside of Garamond. In there, so
I'd imagine it's pretty tight security.
We don't know what it looks like in there.
Oh, and she did mention she's tightening security.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
That's obvious, but
yeah.
So it's probably even worse than what I'm imagining right now.
This one might be more discretion.
Yeah, we
advised.
might have to be a little.
So if you guys want to, it's about 8 p.m. now.
Right.
So if you guys want to take a rest before you head out,
I think that's a good idea.
feel free to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check in with the leaders of the 2 patrols I have out that aren't being run by your foul-mouthed turtle, and I'll check out on Denny and Jan and see how they're doing.
Okay. Well, I think we want to kind of hang back. We'll rest. We want to kind of identify some of those things that we found. We'll split up our You son of a bitch. I found some money in Terry's footlocker. Is this stuff that he has taken from the people?
I am not sure, but I mean, we can't pay you anything, so feel free if you want to take that as a reward.
I reach into the bag and I pull out just handfuls of the gold, and I'll give it to her. Give this back to the fucking people.
Good man, O'Craig.
Don't touch me. Need to be alone for a moment.
Perception check, Pizza Tacos.
We don't buy anything anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
19.
You realize that he just threw a lot more gold in there. So you might want to see how much he actually found before letting Futura take it.
I'm just going to take it.
Okay.
How much did I give up?
Yeah, so you threw out 2,000 gold. So minus 1,000 off yours, and
there's
the
that
1,000
much in there.
That. So I don't know how much money you have left.
I have a decent amount.
So you gave an extra 1,000 gold pieces.
I'm pretty sure we've lost count at this point of how much.
You're such a good half orc.
Yeah.
So she scoops up the money and goes, "Oh, this will help, outfit the troops and stuff like that." So thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're so kind.
If I may have a say, and
yes.
You don't want to put it into defense as much. What you really need is education, infrastructure, and healthcare.
Okay.
That's probably better off.
Is there
All right. Well,
Well,
I mean,
half and
everything
half.
you've said is worked out. So I will definitely heed your advice there. And she goes off, and before you guys get settled, you hear someone clearing their throat in front of the room, and it goes, and you look down, and it is Tyrese's mom is slowly walking in, still exhausted, and she goes, "Sorry for listening in, but I did overhear what your druid friend over here had seen on the balcony. And I think there's some things I need to tell you, Tiresias. Before we continue." And she sits down on the chair, and she snaps her finger, and you see a spectral version of herself next to her, holding a lantern with green flame.
Oh, shit.
And you immediately recognize her as one of the Green Lanterns that you had met.
Dude, your mom's a Green Lantern.
I see that.
And she goes, there are some advantages to being around all the black magic that we were around before you were born, after you were born, with Santorum and everyone. So when I helped you out, I did die that day. But I took some precaution, and I, came back, and then I spent the next 6 months casting a spell that I had learned from the Cult of the Dragon to separate my body from my soul. And I took the body part of me and head out in Neverwinter. So we were hanging out there for a while, and this one joined the Green Lanterns to keep an eye on everything.
I am so confused right now.
I'm sure you
That
will.
doesn't surprise me.
This is weird and wild stuff.
And she said,
wild stuff.
after separating, the spectral form here went out to search for you because we did not know what happened to you. And at this point, she grabs your arm, and you feel warmness come through your arm, and then a flash of memory comes back into your mind that you did not remember. And it's that greenish spectral form standing over you when you were hiding out in a shack during the first couple months that you were gone. You were, unable really to understand how to adjust to life outside the cult. That's all you knew. That's all you've done. You're wrestling with the thoughts going on in your mind. And she saw that as you were sleeping. And she decided to, she's like, I gotta remember I can talk in first person. She's like, then and I apologize for this. I attempted a very experimental spell that had never been tested before, and the only parameters I had known was that it would remove all the evil from your body.
Well, that's a good thing.
Except when I did it, it only it took the evil out of you and created an evil version of yourself.
Twins.
It's like Evil Spot.
So,
It's dark. It's dark Link.
Yeah, it's Dark Link.
So, currently, you would be known as the Anzo Tiresias, the angelic good form,
And that's
Which-
Enzo Tiresias.
which is why that's ANXO, Anzo.
Enzo. You're Italian?
What's Italian?
That is why the spectral form led your body back to a metallic dragon that I had come to know in Neverwinter. And he sent you off to the Platinum Sanctuary.
Things are starting to make sense finally.
And
This is.
I was
this is
unable
fun.
to capture the Dianjo. I'm terrible with the N with the
Anyo?
yeah
With the accent?
DIANO with the accent over
The
top of the
accent?
end.
Is it an accent or a
Diagno.
Tilde. Yeah. yeah.
Anyo.
Diagno.
Yeah. I was practicing
like
these
Nino.
for days.
Oh.
El Nino.
Dianjo version of yourself,
The Nino. The Nino.
which is the version that I think your friend here has spotted
Oh man.
on the thing.
Well, she seems to think that he can control a dragon. Is that something I
Well,
can do?
With the right training, you could probably have learned that.
All right.
Great.
Well, we have like maybe 2 days.
I don't think you'll learn in that time. And
We can't
he's
like montage
probably he's probably learned specifically how to control, since it seems that he has been working in the Hells for, the Lord of the Hells. Probably
Imagine that
went more towards the
Probably not as bad as you
chromatic
think.
dragon side. So
So is there a reason he's blue if he's evil? Does it matter?
I think it's just a mirror image
he's
of
just
you.
the evil version of you,
Okay.
essentially.
He
He's
has a
the
mustache.
evil inside your body's personified, essentially.
Is he left-handed?
I don't know.
I didn't notice
That-
either.
I
Sorry.
have not noticed if he is left-handed.
Which
I've not
which
seen him
hand did he
fight.
wave?
He basically
them.
ran away
Oh.
once separated. I had thought it would just disappear and the evil would be gone, not form another
Not so much.
humanoid. The only thing I don't know is what happens when the two of you
Meat?
get close to one another.
Can they occupy the same space?
Nor do I know what
That's
happens
a good
when one of
question.
you dies.
Oh, good.
So
Could
I
they
don't
have
know
sex
if
with
you-
the same dragonborn.
So like,
If
what if they
you-
both have sex? And
Do you know what sex
This is very
Yes.
disrespectful. This is his mother.
that's I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Mama Tiresias.
Do you know the answers to these questions, Mama Tiresias?
Nobody does.
She's
This
like-
is the first time this has ever happened.
she's like, I don't know if it's where it's normal death and just the evil one will stay, or the angelic one, depending on who wins. or if the
Thanks for the
bodies
vote
will
of
fuse
confidence.
together.
Into some sort of ooze-like thing? Or...
No.
Keep them in a
I
bottle?
think you'll join up again, and either you're gonna have a rush of evil thoughts and
It might be
Instincts?
a more fun Tiresias.
It's true.
or
can party now.
Thanks
or
for that.
he could get a lot more of good light within him. I don't know. It might just be nothing. I may have just created two of you, and there's no Highlander type situation here.
There can only be
Going
one.
Well, I think
So she goes,
I wonder what he goes by.
and she rubs your front of your armor, and goes, "I'm glad that you have become a platinum knight, and have done well."
Is he a Platinum Knight too?
I don't know.
He can't
And,
be.
Yeah, I doubt it. Right? They don't accept evil.
No.
And she just goes, she's like, "I apologize. And I'm glad that you found some good friends," and just looks over at O'Craig.
Wink.
Sort of like,
Some. Yes, some.
So we should call this one Sizerit.
Oh, it's backwards.
That's the backwards of Tiresias. Sizerit.
you got ahead of me. Thanks for the reveal, man.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Foiled again.
I liked calling him Tiresias 2.0.
But he's
You guys can call him whatever you
Yeah.
want. I don't actually know his
You
name.
call him whatever you want. I don't care. Hell if I care.
He's talking as
This is the mother, not the DM talking.
Right? You call him whatever. I don't care.
I don't know his
give a
name.
shit. You ruined it.
Now,
He is not my son.
he's not your son. All right.
Sorry.
He's the bad. He's just an evil apparition, sort of.
Only he's real.
Right. Right.
He's fake,
But-
but he's real.
He's just the evil incarnate of you, right?
As far as I know.
Can we? You have Green Lantern powers, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Can you shuttle those kind of spirits into the afterlife? If we
He's
can,
not. If he's dead, yeah, probably.
Okay. It's worth a shot. Do you want to kill your evil half brother?
Not a half brother.
Your evil brother.
It's just me.
do you want to kill evil you?
Do you want to kill yourself?
No.
Will he know exactly which moves he's gonna do?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Like-
Is he the
Shadow
Taskmaster?
Link.
Yeah.
Like Shadow Link.
Right.
Then you would need a special sword that he wouldn't have.
Well, I kind of
A really
do.
big one.
I do have one that he wouldn't have.
Maybe you shouldn't fight him.
I don't know. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but if they know each other's moves.
But what
Oh,
if bringing
man.
them back together does
I know
something to
Kung Fu.
Tiresias?
What's that?
What if something happens to Tiresias? What if they...
Oh yeah. What if we kill him and it's part of his consciousness is done?
I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Or it's like Back to the Future and I just fade away.
Right.
Right.
Maybe. What's Back to the Future?
That name sounds very confusing.
There's so
It's a
many
popular book
possibilities.
series.
How do you go back to the future? The future hasn't happened yet.
Don't even listen to this because you're not going to be able to handle it.
I'll explain it another day. It's a whole thing.
Oh God.
The universe is just...
It's a whole thing.
So she goes.
There's a lot hanging in the balance.
I'm
of
gonna
this.
go take a rest now. I suggest you guys
done
do
with
as
you.
well because from everything I've heard of where you're going, it's gonna be
not
rough.
gonna be good. Yeah, it's not
So.
gonna be fun.
So she snaps her fingers again. The Green Lantern version disappears and she walks out of the room.
Dude, now I can see why you're so quiet.
Yeah.
Your life is fucked.
Thank you for that.
Really, O'Craig.
Right, I thought I was bad.
Sensitive.
But this guy, his mom is dead, kind of.
I think he knows.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm reiterating how crazy it is.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Well, at least you turned out nice.
Well, it
Of course.
kind
He
of
had
wasn't
all the-
my fault, but it kind of was.
Right.
He had all the badness bottled up out of him.
That's a lot of bad.
Yeah.
You were an evil son of a bitch.
Maybe.
I'm kind of in awe of it. They could from your evil, they created another you. That's a lot of evil.
It is.
I don't even think I have that much evil in me.
I was
You
in
can make
a,
a little.
I was in a cult after all.
That would be really
Yeah,
cute.
even I've got maybe half.
Right, yeah. And she's pure good. She's goody two shoes, so.
So am I.
I mean, she did let a evil red dragon into this world without.
But that's for like
He
out
wasn't
of,
evil.
that was out of being nice. You
Yeah.
know, she was. That's
I saved him.
humane.
This is all a lot to
Right?
take in.
Yeah.
I think I need to go to sleep.
Take a little nippy nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do we
whatever that
want to
is.
do we want to sit down and try to identify these things first and just kind of see
Does
what
any of you have the identify spell?
I
No.
do not. Does anyone? Do we know? if
We'd have to
anyone
go
would?
to a shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have to find somebody.
Okay, well then let's.
Let's not do that.
My coin purse is feeling a little lighter than it should be. That's weird. Does anyone
look
know?
at me.
Did you steal my
Don't
shit?
look at me.
Why wouldn't we look at you?
Insight check.
All right.
She's not wrong.
8.
5.
What is deception?
Yeah.
Well, not
Well,
lying.
you're not lying, so you
You're
don't
not
have to
gonna lie.
roll.
But that's a 13. So
You,
I'm just gonna stare at you.
he looks very truthful to you.
All
Wait,
right.
you're still kind of skeptical.
I don't
Okay,
trust
well,
you,
yes.
but
Well, you two are
I trust you.
doing whatever you're doing. I'm gonna go to sleep.
So am I.
All right, so Vitor shows you the directions of the accommodations that are upstairs for you guys. You each get your own room, and that you guys go off and start your rest. And that's where we'll end this episode.
Yay! We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh